Greetings. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Indigi Golden Herbal Academy. Thank you for working through the lessons and finally making it to the African and Native Indian Aboriginal medicine portion of the course, where we talk about some of the most common used herbs in various parts of Africa. We've talked about South Africa, and now we are with Dr. Larbi Cosmos, and we're talking about West Africa. This doctor is so revered, so cherished, so loved. He is like one of the most adored people that I know, really, on the face of this earth, especially in relation to natural medicine and just really holding the baton, holding the torch of the ancestors and continuing the sacred work. So Dr. Larbi Cosmos is going to talk to us a little bit today about his work, about his homeland, and about some of the ways that he relates to herbs and how he might work, commune, and just collaborate with the spirits of the plant. So, Dr. Larbi Cosmos, can you please just introduce yourself very briefly?
Oh, wow. Greetings to all your students. And I'm happy, finally, we have the connection. Like you said, my name is Dr. Cosmos Larbi. I'm a herbalist. I did play a plant diet course as well. I heal with bioenergy. I also heal with our ancestors and energy. So, in a nutshell, that is a little bit about me. I am the second vice president of Traditional Herbalist Association in Ghana, one of the mother bodies of Herbalist Association in Ghana, or the GAFRAM. GAFRAM is Ghana Federation for Traditional Herbal Medicine. We all under TPNC, that's Traditional Medicine Practice Council. Yes, my background. So that is it. I'm a natural man. I'm still a student of nature, still a school of nature. Yeah. So I'm still in school, learning from the trees, from the plant, from the environment, from nature. You know, everything about nature. I school with it. That is it. A little bit about my background. And over here, West Africa, we are fortunate to have most of the beautiful ecosystem. We have the forest where we are blessed with most of the powerful herbs that we use in healing, as in physical, spiritual, in a psyche way. What are you? We have it. The forest also gave us our herbs, as in the form of the roots, the flower, the stem, the herbs. Yeah, we get it from the forest. We also have savanna areas where we all know where we have the woodland, the coastal areas as well, where we commune with the sea, the rivers around us. Mostly, I love going to wash myself or cool myself or to cleanse up. Some of my students or my patients are the sea, river fall, the forest, those sacred places where we have our own time of healing. Yeah. Apart from that, we also have the savanna zones, like I said. Yeah. So these are the little bit of the ecosystem that we have over here. I'm a stammerer, so I talk very fast as well. So if the students are okay with it, then we are good to go. But I'll try as much as possible to speak slowly so that they can pick most of the answers correctly. I speak tree. I speak Ewe, and I speak a little bit of Ga. And currently I'm learning Hausa too. Yeah, my dad and my mom, they are all typical Ewe from the Volta region. Yeah, I was born into a herbal home and also did one or two courses to learn more about the practicing. But with the spiritual aspect, you know, I was caught up by it. Once you are a true herbalist, the herbs are spirit, you know. The herbs you can employ the herbs in two dimensions, as in the physical way and also in the psyche or the spiritual way. Yeah, just like the way you can communicate with the herbs. Sometimes anyway, when we get to that side, I think I'm going too deep. Yeah, yeah. But when you master that key, you have that instinct of communicating with the herbs. Then you are on the way of become a true healer because some of the herbs call you, oh Cosmos, this is me. You are looking for me. Pick me. Use me for this. And I'm also fortunate that anytime I find a herb that I don't know, I pluck it or I harvest it, put it under my pillow. Within three, between 3 to 7 days, my ancestors will come and teach me the name, how to use it, what it's used for, how to. So these are my personal gift that I got from I would say my ancestors. Although we have ways of using the herbs even to open one's spiritual eye, yeah. But personally, most of my practicing or the knowledge I acquired through dreams. But some of my ancestors, they pick me, oh, this helps, do it like this. When you add this and this together, this is what you will get. When you add this and this is what you get. So most of my let's say, knowledge in practicing, I only say 20% is from the school, and then 30% is from most of the old herbalists, the spiritually the masses that I have opportunity to mingle with. 30% of my knowledge is from them, and the 20% is personal research, personal research, and then the 50. Oh yeah, let me put it that way. That the 50 is from the ancestors. If you learn how to heal their way, they are always with you when you call upon them, they listen to you, they hear. Sometimes if you are healing a particular patient with a particular plant and you are not getting the result as needed, you can go to other plants and then plead with such plants that, oh, this plant, please allow me to use you to heal this person because this one is not responding. Yeah, and there's a way uh, also to harvest herbs, when to harvest it, which part to harvest, which part combat which disease, how to harvest it. All these things are something that sometimes you can't get it from the book or from the school. Yeah, you get it from the old folks. How you approach herbs. By sometimes when you are going, I go with coin, a little bit coins, money, or calories. You can also go with a gift like grains, because the herbs also have their own kingdom. You can't just get there, harvest them anyhow, and then expect them to work. No permission. There's a great connection between with the plant and then the human being, because we exchange carbon dioxide and then oxygen. They're saying that when the last one dies, the last man dies, in Akan language, they call plants, they call human being nipedria, meaning human plant, nipedria, our body, nipedria. So we are partly plant and then we are partly a human. Let me put it that way. Yeah, so if you know this connection, you know how to really use these herbs to heal. Like I said, most of 30%, 20% of the knowledge that I acquired from the schools has to do with how to formulate the herbs, their scientific names, the dosage, how to prepare them. These are the things, scientifically. Uh, these are the ones that I acquired from there, because over here, Ghana, we have Food and Drugs Board that organize programs for the practitioners once in a year as to how you go according to the rules and regulation of the drug industry here. We also have MAMPOM, Center for Plant Research, Center for Research to Plant Medicine. I also acquire a little bit of knowledge from there very well. But that is where you study the real natural medicine. Apart from that, I also heal with bioenergy, healing without medicine. That is to harness the potency or the energy from the sun to heal. Just like distant healing. You can be there, I can feel you, I can heal you just by using energy. Some people call it Reiki, some people call it bio. I also do that. Apart from taking some people to the forest, I also give diet advice. I put people on diet. If I want to treat you, I put you on diet 21 days. No, I'll strip you of everything that makes you become sick at first, because of the plant-based diet knowledge that I had. I know how to how to advise, give good counseling over there. I also hear people, maybe let's say, task them with psychic helps. That's to correct them, to balance them, to be in good shape. Yeah, now because of this COVID-19 all over the world, psychologically we are all full of trauma. We are all kind of depression, anxiety, all those things. After this, we need to clean up. We need to really heal ourselves again. As a healer, you need to be healed before you heal somebody, because whether you like it or not, whatever you have in you, you give it to whoever you are healing. So your energy must be balanced, your energy must be cleansed. You yourself, you must be healed before you try healing anybody. And in herbal healing or natural healing, any disease you treat or you heal, you end up picking some through vibration. So if the disease, yeah, this is what most practitioners don't know. Sometimes you heal and then you end up, because you become the absorber of that disorder. You absorb it, then you give it to the universe to heal. Yes. So when you heal yourself, any patient you heal, you must also heal yourself. And you must also you must also learn how to like administer a medicine or healing therapies to a patient, whereby we will not end up attracting their sickness. There's also another way of doing it. I think I'm talking too much. If you have questions, ask the question, then I'll answer. My sister,
This is perfect. I'm so happy that you went into that.
are you getting it?
Yeah, those are some of the questions that I wanted you to go into deeper. I wanted you to elaborate.
Yeah. So you now you ask a question, and then I answer how to I'll answer the question for you.
Oh,
So the difference between traditional studies or healing and then the school that I went, those differences are, maybe I would say, that is the modality, the dosage, the measurement, the combination of the herbs, the scientific names, how to come out to identify the herbs are all very important. There are some herbs that are poisonous, and as a practitioner, you must know which herbs to employ for a particular disorder. And then when a person come to you and complain of any infirmity or any sickness, you should be able to know. That is why, as a practitioner, you must learn human anatomy, to know which aspect or how to handle such patient. I also endorse what I call acting or walking barefooted. You know, there's a reason why when they build a house, they erect an earth for such a house. The earth, the earth, they have wire that they bury under the ground with charcoal and salt. So that alone tells you we human being, we have connection with the ground. Electron walking barefooted alone recharge your system. There's a school of thought and a studies that is going on that walking barefooted alone can even be used to manage hypertension and then other nerve related diseases. I also believe and do meditation as well. Yeah, sometimes you need to sit down, meditate with with a client, or the client comes, you take his or her complaint, meditate on it, and then the information will drop into you. That is me. The information will drop. Oh, use this herb, use this, use this, use this. If if I don't get it that way, I have a way of doing divination. I have the way of doing divination to divine, yeah. And then with my calories, I will know, I'll ask the ancestors whether the sickness is physical or spiritual. And if it's spiritual, how I'll go about it, I'll be directed. And then we do the treatment. So in a nutshell, if it is physical issue, I deal with it. I heal with physical knowledge. But if it's spiritual issue, I heal with spiritual knowledge. Or yeah, let me put it that way. So ask more questions, then I'll answer you. Other than that, then those questions that you sent, I think I would like to answer them. You asked me how do people contact me? Yeah, people contact me through my social media handles, as in Facebook, uh, WhatsApp, uh, Instagram, and I have a few pages. I have a website that I'm currently still updating before I'll come out with it fully. So that is also another angle where people contact me. I also do radio and television education. Most of the media houses, they invite me to school, to their stations, or they come for one-on-one interview. I also love going to the forest with some people for one-on-one teaching, especially those students who want to learn, or who have those who want to have that one-on-one energy with me. Yeah, so these are some of the ways. And as a healer, you must know the difference between the plants. Some of the plants are meant are from sacred kingdom. Some are from psychic kingdom. Some are from magical kingdom. Others are amulet, durative herbs, purgative herbs, fragrant herbs, nervine herbs, aromatic herbs, expectorant herbs. As a practitioner, you should know which one you are using, and for what purpose. Yeah, so these are ways I do my stuff. And then how do you identify a particular plant? Like I said, people we use their structure, their berries, their leaves, the color, their roots, sometimes the taste to identify them. And also, I'm very particular about uh, when to harvest a healing herbs and then how to harvest it. Yeah, sometimes you Have some of those psychic ones like this. You have them in the midnight or in the evening. Yeah, but sacred ones, for example, Mistito. Mistito is one of the sacred herbs that normally parasite on other plants. So in a natural reason, such herb, because it parasites on other plants, uh, it end up absorbing the medicinal component of that host into itself, so it contains its own healing property at the same time the property of the host of that tree. And finally, you end up that you will see that that tree becomes dead. And such plants cannot be propagated. You can't get a seed and plant. It's not because sacred. It's normally comes from the drop of a mysterious base. Yeah, that's how we can use it as a psyche. You can use it in a psyche way. At the same time, you can use it in a physical way. Physical way has to do with tumors, because some of the tumors they parasite on the tissue. So this is where we get those knowledge from. Yeah, but uh, in another way, the psyche way, you can use it to do so many things spiritually, as in for protection, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we'll go into that one also. And then the sacred herbs, some of the sacred herbs, let's say rosemary, rosemary that you women, yeah, rosemary is part of the sacred herbs. So you normally see it when churches or those who do spiritual healings, they normally burn it. Yeah, sandalwood, all those things, those fragrance, sage, those herbs are all sacred herbs. You can use them in a psyche way. You can also use them in a magical way. Yeah, just like salt. Salt can be used in a physical way at the same time, spiritually, very, 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 very powerful. Yeah. So other ones are also there that we use as amulets. There are some that are mainly for purgatives that you give to the patients, yeah, as a diuretic to drain a fluid out of the patient's system. As in maybe let's say in fluid retention like that, to give such patient something that will drain fluid from the person. So diuretic herbs are there. So you must know which one you are using. And as a practitioner, and if you don't know the herbs, we don't combine 2 or 3 herbs. You use herbs that you you are comfortable with. Don't combine 2 or 3 herbs that you don't know. Other than that, you can employ it in a different way. Maybe you do this one 30 minutes and then you use the other one 30 minutes. But if you don't know anything about them, you don't combine them. So some of my beautiful herbs that I love using, both physically and spiritually, are butterfly pear, plant. That plant, spiritually, I love it because I know what it does. It protects, it scan and then drive away negativity spiritually. Physically, it can be given to anybody as catalyst, as first aid, to build the immune system, to strengthen the immune system. Yeah, yeah. So that is one. I also use kalawala a lot. Kalawala is one of the blood herbs that I use for cleansing of the blood. It's one of the herbs that Dr. Sebi normally use very, very well. Kalawala. Yeah. So it's one of the herbs that I use for fertility as well, building of the immune system, cleansing of the blood. Kalawala, that is it. And I also use saint leaf. Saint leaf, I use it to calm the nerves down, those people that are hyperactive, are combining it with rosemary and chamomile to calm some, like someone who is hyperactive down. Yeah. I also use Kigelia africana. Kigelia africana. Others are also mahogany. Kenya Senegalesis, mahogany. Mahogany is a blood cleanser. At the same time, uh, let's say pain reliever. If someone is in pain, when such person comes, I use such herbs to calm the pain down. I also use dandelion, dandelion a lot for flushing, cleansing of the system, the organs. So these are other this thing that I use. I use sensitive leaf as well, mimosa, sensitive leaf, yeah, for women as well. Those who have problem with menstrual problem, cancer, yeah, I use those ones a lot. Uh, Lantana Camara is also another powerful herbs that I use. I use Momotinga Sacaratia. I use Momodinga as well. All these herbs can be used physically and spiritually. I also use new body leaves in where we call it Avena, another powerful plant that I love using. I also use cedar acuta. Cedar acuta is just like it's a plant that act like a cytotec. Yeah, that is why I use it for smoke delivery. It has it also helps to clean blood related diseases. I use skin issues, cedar acuta. I use it very well. Liver problem, urinary problem. I use it. I also use butterfly pear leaves. Like I said, bitter leaf. I use bitter leaf. Back to sender. That is cedar limifolia. That is called back to sender. Another powerful herb. Powerful herb that I use spiritually, physically, magically with. So knowing how to communicate with the herbs also helps, but knowing how to combine them also helps as a practitioner. When to harvest them also is one of the key essential knowledge a practitioner need to have. So, in short, these are some of the things. Knowledge about the plant kingdom. The plant uh, becomes you. The more you know, then the more they reveal themselves to you. Some of the plants that you don't know about will reveal. Yeah, because you become the plant and they become you. That's how come always you have to practice, let's say, holiness, clean yourself up. You shouldn't mess your body up. Yeah, it's true. You don't mess your body up by just slipping around anyhow. No. You must, you understand? You must deal with, detoxify yourself, cleanse yourself, meditate